Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to part 3 of the Eye of Reckoning Fire Damage Templar build leveling guide. Here I am, picking up pretty much where I left off. Level 45, level 46. I'm going to stick a point in physique, and I'm going to stick 3 points in Mavens. Get that damage absorption up. Level 46 I can equip those that have got +2 to Eye of Reckoning on. Fantastic, let's have a party. Right, let's go over and grab this shrine. Grab the shrine, stick a point into Lizard, because I want to get Lizard completed, then I'll reclaim the blue point, and then I'll get down and start doing Behemoth. Black Sepulchre, just come in here to get the shrine. Kill the boss because he's in the way. There it is. Guess what? Another point in Lizard. That's the movement speed node. We're getting there. Just come back over here just to do a quick farming run through here. I did quite a few. The only reason this footage is included is because while I was in here I leveled up. I do try and record everything just in case there's something worth showing you. Most of the time it's not, apart from level ups and shrines and the occasional halfway decent boss fight. Level 47. Point in physique. 3 points in Mavens. I went into the Shattered Realm because the first time you go to the Shattered Realm and you clear the first, whatever it is, 3 levels or whatever, you get a chance, well, you get this shrine to unlock. So if you were pedantic about getting all the shrines in normal, all 47 of them, do a run through Shattered Realm and get that. And I've started off Behemoth now. This is where I've got my upgrade. I've got my Riftclaw Slicer, that's better than the one I've got. Because I'm not in hardcore, so I don't care about stockpiling these old items, I'll equip that, then I'll stick the old one in there and just take the enchanted flint off it. I don't care about losing the item. I'm not going to do another one of these characters from scratch again, so I don't need to keep those things. Like I said, if you're doing this in hardcore, you might want to keep the items just in case. And that was me making sure I had both the enchanted flint things up. I think I turned the wrong one on the first time, which ended up switching the current one off. Just got to keep an eye on that, don't do that. Here's another level up. I think I wasn't recording. I started recording just after the level up, so that was that. It's a random boss fight. I was doing a load of undead stuff to try and get Rover's rep up so I could do the Mogdragon Shrine quest to get a devotion point. It's a bit of a faff and there's a lot to do to get there, but if you want to get all 47, like I said, you want to get all 47 shrines in normal. Some of them are a little bit of a pain to do. And that got me to Honoured with Rovers. So if you want to do this Mogdragon Shrine quest, you get to Honoured with Rovers, and then you go back to the Rovers camp and talk to this character who's just there. What is it? I'll restore the shrine. So nip straight over to the Bloodgrove and find that Chthonic Rift that's in one of several random places. You just have to run around the Bloodgrove area till you find it. And you get in here, run around until you see a gold star on the map. You don't want to go out. Don't go out through the rift yet. See the gold star on the map and it will be that thing. And it's only there if you've got the quest active. So get that. Either quit back to the menu and go back in, or if you know where that rift is, just get out and then go straight across to the Gates of Necropolis Rift and run south into the Plains of Strife. Because the second Chthonic Rift you need is in the Plains of Strife. You just got to explore from here until about halfway back towards Fort Icon, and eventually you'll find it. Go in here, same thing. It's a bigger area, so it might take you longer to find it. And you just keep running around till you see the gold star on the map. Then you pick the other thing up. It looks like that. Again, it's only there if you've got the quest active. I couldn't be bothered finding the way out, so I just quit, went back in. What you do now is go across to the Astrakhan Valley Rift. You'll see the one I mean. It's that one there. So one that's near the shrine. And then run east back to where the Mogdragon shrine is, and you need those 2 items and an ancient heart. You don't need the stuff in your inventory. If the stuff's in stash, it will pull it in. A bunch of things will spawn out of there when you restore it. Kill them. Once you kill them, Mogdragon will appear, or Avatar of Mogdragon. Don't pick a fight with him. Not in normal at level 40 something. You'll just get completely slaughtered. There's a devotion point, bunch of rep and some random component stuff. And I will put that point into... I can't put it into the skill yet. You've got to get the first 2 points before you can grab the skill. Level 49, again I wasn't recording, I had to hit record straight after levelling up. Maven's is maxed out. I'm going to go and put the points into... one into Divine Mandate. One into that thing. One into that thing. The Divine Mandate's a toggle skill. You've got to remember to add it to your skill bar and turn it on. This is coming up to the Loghorian fight, the end of the vanilla game. Bloodlord Thalanis. Didn't last very long. The Loghorian fight's pretty quick as well. This isn't speeded up, this is actual game speed. So you just rip him apart. His boys didn't even have a chance to join in, they were just standing there watching. Cash this in and then start the Ashes of Malmouth DLC up. Yeah, great moment of triumph. How can I help? Talk to her, go and find my father and all that stuff. Meanwhile, back at Sorrow's Bastion, I got to respected with Death's Vigil, so I'm going in here to get the blueprint for the Death's Cord belt with the +1 to all skills on Arc, and it's just a level 35 item. Because you don't meet these boys until quite late on, you won't be able to get this at level 35, you'll be a bit more of a higher level. Oh, I had something to cash in. So yeah, so you talk to them, have a look on the respected tab, and then grab this blueprint for Death's Cord. Read it. I bought a few other things as well that I know are going to be useful later. Get across to your blacksmith, craft your Death's Cord belt. Don't worry too much about getting a perfect one in normal. Just craft whatever's there. If it's got cold damage on it, just think, well, whatever. Yeah, don't get killed out there. Meanwhile, carrying on through the Ashes of Malmouth campaign, grabbing as many shrines, well, all the shrines that I can. There's the first one. That'll give me the skill, and I'll just attach that to any permanent toggle skill. Stick it on Maven's. It's not related to the skill in any way, you just need to attach it to a skill that's always up, so like a permanent toggle skill. Level 50, the last level up with 3 skill points. And I'm going to put them in there, there, and there, the same as the previous level up. Right, once you get to the Coven, if you run all the way across the bottom of the map to the east, talk to him, he'll give you a skeleton key. You don't have to do the whole area. I didn't do the whole Ancient Grove, I just ran to the shrine. This is speeded up just to show you how to get there. The shrine's really near the entrance, unless you miss it and run straight past it. So you go up, activate the shrine, kill the idiots that come out of the shrine, and then carry on populating the nodes of Behemoth. And if you get 2 blueprints, all the better. doesn't really matter which order you do these. I mean, you're going to do them all anyway, so just grab whichever one you want. Here's the Craval fight. You need a few dynamite to get into this area. He's an optional boss, like a reskinned Loghorian, but if you want to test your build out, he's a pretty good test. If your build's lacking in any particular way, specifically elemental resistance, I think you'll have a bad time. But if you're doing high damage and you've got attack damage converted to health, or you've got really high health regen, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. The only problem I have is trying to open the flipping gate. Again, this footage isn't speeded up. That's how quickly this build can take him out. I say build, it's like one skill. Bunch of stuff out of his boxes and some Coven rep. As you're heading up towards Barrowholme, you get off on the west of Vugdenbog, well, northwest, and there's another shrine in this cave. I'm 1 point away from finishing Behemoth, which is good. I found the Undergrowth, which is this area where Silvaria is. There's a quest later on from the Coven to kill her. You can kill her before you got the quest and then just say I've already done it. And I leveled up while I was taking her out. Points in physique. Point in that, point in that. Because you only get 2. From 51 onwards you're only going to get 2 skill points per level up. And from 90 to 100 it's only 1. And there's level 52. Point in physique. 1 point in there, 1 point in there. Pretty straightforward. This is back in Forgotten Gods area now. It's kind of flip-flopping because I'm not sticking to like, oh, I've got to complete the campaign in this particular order. I'm just getting shrines. And I know there are a few shrines more to get here. Just want to get Behemoth finished so I can start working my way across to Ulzuin's Torch because I want that meteor shower on charge. There's a shrine in the Tomb of Nephos. I'm going to start putting points in Jackal now to get the reds. Jackal's a reasonable constellation as well. It's not a wasted constellation. The nodes will give you something useful and you get you a few steps closer to where you want to be. Level 53. Point in physique. Oathkeeper. Point in there. Point in there. Another shrine around the remnants of Corbin City. Take it out. Stick another point in Jackal when you get the screen up. And I'm in the Tomb of the Eldritch Sun. This is I'm going to complete the Forgotten Gods campaign before I do any more in Malmouth. Grab the shrine in the Tomb of the Eldritch Sun. And this one will let me finish off Jackal. Hooray, I can now start putting points into Ulzuin's Torch, head up and get the skill Meteor Shower, which I will attach to charge. That's a default kind of Dreeg faction level 1 movement skill, and attaching it to charge gives it a 100% chance to activate. It's a Kaiman fight. It's quite good actually. You can stand in front of him, spin around, take him out without worrying about kiting or running away or whatever you want to call it. On mistake the run down here, it's pretty straightforward. You just run down here and then you take what's his face out, Korvac, the king of the Muppets. Same thing. I mean, your Guardians run in, stick Elemental Storm on him, and then you just do your thing, spin around and just knack him. It's a very easy fight in normal. Well, I say that, it's an easy fight in normal on this build. I've come in here on normal on other builds and had a bit more of a run around time. Yeah, so I'm still running around collecting shrines before I finish off Malmouth. And there's one in the Bastion of Chaos, and this flipping thing, you need 40 scrap. If you've only got 45 scrap, I'd say maybe wait. I think I had 90 something, 95, so not so much of a problem. And that's on a fresh start character running around. By now I've got 95 scrap, so I'm okay. You go into this big chthonic thing here. Now, although this is a skeleton key dungeon, the shrine, you reach the shrine before the skeleton key door. Same setup as in Steps of Torment and Ancient Grove. The shrine is there before you get to the skeleton door, so don't worry about, oh, I need a skeleton key. So take that shrine out, and then, as I mentioned a few minutes back, I can start putting points into Olswin's torch. Level 54. I'm still collecting shrines. This area I almost died. I don't know whether the footage is here, but I did get hit quite hard. Point in Physique. Another point in Eye of Reckoning, and I'm starting to put points in there for defence. Here's the shrine, the Port Valbury shrine. Again, you reach it before you get to the skeleton door, so you're alright. There you go, second node. I think there's only about 3 or 4 more to go to get the skill on that. This is Homestead at Honoured Rep. I bought a Writ. You don't have to. And they've got this Void Vine powder or whatever, which is fire damage buff, and you can get 2 of them. Stick one on your weapon and one on your shield. I'm really going for it now. This is just to get the shrine from the Tomb of the Heretics. You've got to do the Morganeth quest. You've got to collect the 3 seals of Morganeth. And they're all in kind of hidden areas. The Forlorn Bastion is sort of over on the east as you work your way up through... No, not the east. The flipping west as you work your way up through the Corvan Sands. This place is on the east. Just across to the east from the Karen Docks Rift and down a bit. There's a hat there. The ultimate one's better. It's +1 to all skills. And there's this boss thing here, this boss beetle. He drops the first seal of Morganeth. That griffin thing I killed drops the second one. You don't have to collect them in order, obviously. You just need 3. There you go, first seal of Morganeth. And then if you go to Vanguard of the 3, and head out towards the west, and I do mean the west, and go into the Howling Caverns. This bit, Howling Chasm, there's the bit where, that's where you get to from Vanguard of the 3, and there's this hidden bit. So get to that bit and come through here, and then you've got another griffin fight at the end of this, and that's the 3rd seal of Morganeth. Here he is. Take him out. Once you've got the 3 seals, head up to the ruins or remnants of Corvan City Rift, whatever it's called, and then go slightly south and then east. There you go. So you go to that rift there and then head this way. I've actually left a bit of the map on so you can see where I'm going. Down a bit and then across to the east. And when you get near to where you're supposed to be going, you'll get this icon pop up on the map. It will show you where you need to go. There's a cave there. When you get a bit closer you can see that blue thing. So you've got the 3 seals. You click on that and go, yeah, it's like the hidden path quest. And the 3 seals disappear. You get onto the path of the damned. Head through here. Oh, I levelled up and I wasn't recording. Level 55 I think that was, wasn't it? Point in Physique. And I'm going to put a point into Eye of Reckoning and another point into that Maven's defensive node thing. Get into the Tomb of the Heretic. It's just a case of running around till you find it and then do this shrine. Again, this is before you get to the skeleton key door. It's easy enough to get. I'm pretty sure that's all 40. So actually no, apart from the ones in Malmouth, that's all the shrines now. And I've got 2 to go. So what I did, I went into Elite. easy enough to go into Elite Act 1 and just grab a couple of shrines to finish that off. I'm not saying you have to do this, this is what I did, because this is easy. I haven't even got my toggle skills turned on, I just didn't bother, I forgot I think. I killed the reanimator and got this far with no toggle skills. So yeah, so the build's pretty strong. That's that 1 point. And then I ran up to White Maya Cave and got this one. I like to get the skills as quick as I can, because once you've got a skill attached it will start earning XP and levelling up. So there you go, so get that, stick it on charge and it'll have a 100% chance to activate. So those asteroid thingies coming down there, those meteors, every time you charge in they will come down as long as you hit something, as long as there's enemies there for it to hit. If there's no enemies around and you charge into something it won't come down because there's no enemies to hit. That's how it works. Leveled up a bit while I was doing this as well, level 56. I think what I'll do, when I've got this build to a certain point, I'll go back over all this stuff and just explain in detail why I picked each particular skill, each particular devotion, and each particular gear piece, how it all works together and why I picked it. And it wasn't just some random thing of, oh that looks nice, even though, oh that looks nice. Watch the Villoth fight in Elite now, watch how quickly this idiot goes out. It's pretty good. Plus I haven't got the other two attack damage converted to health devotion nodes yet, which I'm going to be getting soon. I'm going to finish this off first though. Massive fire damage buffs on there. Right, this is back on the Malmouth campaign, heading up to rescue Olgrim from this Void Chthonic Rift thing, level 57. Wait till it calms down a bit and then do the level up. Point in Physique. Point in Divine Mandate. And another point in that defensive node of Mavens. Malmouth Outskirts. You get to the Malmouth Outskirts Rift and then go south and east, and eventually you'll find this shrine. Takes an ether shard to restore it. I got level 58 at the same time. That is Olswin's Torch finished. I've now got 7 points left. Point in Physique for the level up, point in Divine Mandate, point in that second node of Mavens. Yeah, so I've got 7 devotion points left, which is good. Level 59. Read all the books you can. Point in Physique. Guess what? Point in Divine Mandate, point in that second node of Mavens. Yeah, so those 7 devotion points that are left are going to get me 2 more attack damage converted to health nodes due to some tactical constellation choices. I mean here, this is the ransacked lighthouse. There is a shrine in here and I'm heading down to get it. There it is. And there it was. Right, so the first of the attack damage converted to health nodes is the 3rd node on Toad. There you go, I've got 7 left. There's 4 there, 1, 2, 3. That 4th node is attack damage converted to health, and the 3rd node over here, that one, is attack damage converted to health. So I'm going to get both of those. That's where I'm going to use my last 7 points up. Level 60. 60 always feels like you're getting there, doesn't it? 1 point in Physique, 1 point in that, 1 point in that. Build's starting to feel really strong now. I mean, yeah, it's in normal, but it's feeling really strong. Crown Hill Shrine. Drop that one. Get a second node of Toad. It's the little things, isn't it? Go and say hello to Valexteria. She always likes seeing me. Alright, love. Have some Eye of Reckoning. And she's gone. You get to respected. You'll get this quest, the Black Iron Docks quest from the lady in Steel Cap. Just go and kill everything in here. And there's about, I don't know how many waves come out of the middle of this thing. You just take them out. Again, with this build, it seems to be ridiculously easy. And that's that done. I think, oh no, there's one more wave. I'd lost count. There were a few waves, weren't there? It's all a bit of a blur. Wait till it's all done, nip back to Steel Cap, go and talk to her and she'll level me up with a bit of luck. Level 61, there you go. What else can I do? Not a lot yet, because you don't get the next quest off her till you're honoured. Point in Physique. Point in Divine Mandate. And didn't see that coming, but a point in Arcane What's-It. Very quick build summary to round off this video. Riftclaw Slicer, you should be familiar with that. Have a look at the first video in the series, it shows how to get that. Start of the second video shows how to get that. That is a random drop. I just got it because of the really good balance of resistances and damage buffs on it. That ring is just there for attack damage converted to health, as is that. It's got nothing on it that I really need. The energy regens may be helping a little tiny bit, but it's the attack damage converted to health I've got that for. That's from the Herald set. That 52% skill disruption protection. If you're spinning round, that's a skill. If you get disrupted, you're going to stop spinning round. So that's really helpful. Chest armor, again, it's got fire and burn damage on it, and a whole bunch of really good resistances. That has got +2 to Eye of Reckoning, a load of fire damage on it. Anything with +2 to Eye of Reckoning, if it's not going to replace, well, if the thing it's replacing isn't absolutely brilliant, then yeah, I'm going to get that. Those were a good drop. I've got something else that I could use, which is that. It's got +2 to Eye of Reckoning on it. It's tempting to just swap them over, but at the moment that's all right. It's kind of decent, and it's a purple, so I feel really good about myself equipping it. Boots with +2 to Eye of Reckoning on. Nothing more to say about them. That is decent. It's got all sorts on it that's useful. Health, Spirit, Pierce Res, well, a tiny bit of Pierce Res, a whole load of buffs that are good. Belt, craftable, Death's Vigil belt, +1 to all skills and Arcanist, obviously great. And the original Calamity default level 18 relic I've had since, well, I was level 18. Farmable pants from Soleil Guardian. I farmed him about, I don't know, a dozen times. I had a couple of different pairs drop. That had the best mix of resistances on it. Tragically only 4% attack damage converted health, not the max of 6, but it will do. That's pretty much it. If you want to have a look at the components in detail and the augments that are on some of those things, have a look at the Grim Tools link in the description. I won't go on and on about all that now. I've been farming these shields. There's a better one in there than the one I've got. I haven't updated yet. I've been farming those things. That's better than the one I've got. Same prefix and suffix, but it's a higher level item. So I will get on with sorting all that out later on. I haven't been in a mad rush to update. I've been having some fun farming. Arcanist skills, 1 pointer, 1 pointer, 1 pointer. Maxed out. Heading towards maxing out. Maxed out. Putting points in that if my energy use of the skills looks a bit extreme, I'll put more points in there. For now I'm holding back on that because there are better places to put the points. Oathkeeper, 2 points in that. I'll gradually build that up. I'm going to get that maxed out. I'm going to leave that as a 1 pointer. They do not need more than 1 pointing because I don't care what they do. What I care about is the -25% elemental resistance that you get at the soft cap. If I can get that raised, then great. If not, well, that's just the way it is. Try and get that maxed out to the hard cap of 26, and that is maxed out. That is a very simple build. There are other skills I'll be putting points into. I'll cover them in a later video. I've been going crazy collecting devotion points. I've got 50 out of 55. I've got that on charge. It has a 100% chance on attack, so it doesn't matter how wimpy the skill is that it's attached to. It's a go button to shoot that thing off, and charge is available about every 3.5 seconds. That is on Eye of Reckoning. It's really good on Eye of Reckoning. It goes off all over the place. That can be attached to any permanent toggle skill. I've got it on Maven's. Same with that. It can be on any permanent toggle skill. I've got it on Iskandra's. Lizard's decent, health regen, movement speed and health. What was the movement speed? Oh, there's movement speed and health regen. That's really kind of okay for the total speed and 2% physical resistance. I only really got that for the 3 reds I need to get over to Olzun's Torch. That is on the Guardians. It goes off pretty much all the time. That's got a minus 5% skill energy cost, and it's got a buff to burn damage on it and a load of other stuff. Everything else on there is kind of just on there to get to a certain point. What I'm going to do the last 7 points, 3 into that, and I'm going to stop there. 3% attack damage convert to health. And I've got 4 points left, and I'm going to go up here 1, 2, 3, 4 and grab that 6% of attack damage converted to health. And that will be it. Physique, I put first 12 into Spirit and then stopped. Ever since then I've been putting them into Physique. I haven't got any in Cunning. If you want to have a look at the Grim tools to get a bit more info about that, said it's linked in the description. You can see the gear, you can see the components, you can see the augments, you can see the devotions, attributes, skills, and see all that stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.